Chapter 65:16. As he said, he suddenly thought of something and said, "By the way, Miss Lin, you said before that cultivators who fail to pass the tribulation can become scattered immortals. Will scattered immortals be like ghosts, which ordinary people or cultivators with insufficient cultivation cannot see or touch at all? If so, then I can't be targeted by a certain scattered immortal, right?" Maria said, "The scattered immortal is just a legend that I found in some rare and unofficial history books. I don't have any evidence to prove that it really exists. What's more, the probability of surviving the tribulation is 1 in 100. And the remaining 99 will basically end up in ashes. The probability of being able to transform into a scattered immortal in time after failing the tribulation is probably even smaller than the probability of successfully transforming into a scattered immortal. So we shouldn't be so lucky to bump into one, right? Moreover, according to the records in the book, although the scattered immortal was forced to transform into a scattered immortal, his strength is second only to the cultivator who successfully transformed into a scattered immortal. The reason why he is called a Sanzian because he is an immortal trapped in the mortal world." At this point, she looked at Charlie and said carefully, "Master, I don't mean anything else. Even if we really met a Sanzian in Northern Europe, the Sanzian would not look down on the spiritual energy in your body." Charlie nodded in agreement. Meng Changsheng has been practicing for 1,000 years and has not yet touched the edge of the tribulation. It can be seen that the strength of the cultivators in the tribulation period is extremely strong. Not to mention the Sanzian. It is very likely that even Meng Changsheng cannot be seen by the Sanzian, let alone someone like me. Maria continued, "In this way, we can basically rule out people or ghosts. So the only possibility is things, and if it is a thing, it is definitely not an ordinary thing. The ring left by my father can't do this, so the thing behind it is very likely to be much more powerful than that ring. Young master, you should think about it carefully. Have you ever come into contact with any magic weapon? Could it be that the magic weapon is left in your body or even hidden in your sea of consciousness?" Charlie racked his brains for a long time and muttered, "To be honest, I haven't seen many good things since I started practicing. I really don't have any magic weapons. What could be related to this incident?" As he said this, he also thought of the four-sided treasure tower, so he subconsciously said, "If you want to talk about the good things I have seen, the four-sided treasure tower must be one of them. It is a national treasure created by Master Xuanzang and countless monks. But I have returned the four-sided treasure tower intact. Because although the four-sided treasure tower is a magic weapon, it is a feng shui treasure created for the country's destiny. And Charlie has quietly returned it to the country. He never found any abnormality in it during his contact with it. So naturally, he did not believe that this incident was related to the four-sided treasure tower." Maria didn't give up and asked him, "Did you find any abnormalities in the four-sided treasure tower that you didn't understand during your contact with it?" "No." Charlie shook his head and said, "Besides transmitting a video of that year to me, there is nothing special about the four-sided treasure tower. Moreover, when I entered it with spiritual energy, I only activated one of the formations that hid the video. In theory, the four-sided treasure tower played a documentary recorded on it for me. Apart from that, I had no other interaction with it. And I didn't notice any other special features of it." Maria asked, "Since then, have you found anything unusual about yourself?" "No," Charlie said confidently. "My consciousness withdrew from the four-sided treasure tower after watching that video material. And I didn't find anything unusual." Maria said, "The four-sided treasure tower was jointly built by Master Xuanzang and the top monks of the Tang dynasty. To a certain extent, it is considered a Buddhist magic weapon. And what we saw in the sky over Northern Europe was also a Buddhist handprint. Maybe there is really some connection between the two." Although Charlie could not feel any existence related to the four-sided treasure tower, Maria's mention of this did make him a little suspicious, so he said, "So, the four-sided treasure tower is a bit suspicious. Logically speaking, there are no Buddhist countries in Europe. Even if there are strange phenomena in the sky near the Arctic Circle in northern Europe, the aurora should turn into a Christian cross, not a Buddhist swastika. But I really don't feel anything related to the four-sided treasure tower. I am really confused. Maria asked him, "Young master, how about I contact Lao Sun to see if I can arrange for you to take another look at the four-sided treasure tower? To see if there are any details that were missed at the beginning?" Maria suggested to go and see the four-sided treasure tower. And Charlie was immediately tempted. Although he did not notice any connection between this incident and the four-sided treasure tower. Under the aurora in the Arctic Circle that day, the Buddhist swastika did appear in the sky. And those handprints were indeed from Buddhism.